How are you doing tonight? Third time, always a charm. I love it. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm gonna get into my story, but first, shall we play a little game?
Yes. Yeah.
Shall we play a little food game?
Yeah.
Whoever gets this question right gets the cheeseburger from my, no, I don't have any food on me, okay? No food, but I do have something pretty cool. I heard like, oh, I do have something cool for the neighborhood. My brother over here handed me a couple t-shirts, and I want to give this away. And I know a little bit about it. I know you whispered in my ear, but you offer mentorship and safe spaces. You want to prevent violence, and you want to offer youth a safe space and give them some guidance. Is that correct? Does that sound like a good initiative? Yeah. For the neighborhood. So I have my t-shirt, but I was given two, and I thought, why not give one away? Let's warm you up a little bit, okay? You have to yell the answer. Whoever gets this question right, yell it first. What fruit has seeds on the outside? Okay. Good, yeah. Coincidentally, you're in the front row. That's really good. But we're not giving this away just yet. What vegetable makes you cry when you cut it? I'm gonna have to make this harder. What's the main ingredient in hummus? I can't hear anything. Thank you. What's the main ingredient in guacamole? Did someone say guacamole? All right. It's time to give this away. It's time to give this away. If you get the next question right, I'm gonna give this to you. First person to name an ancient grain.
Right.
Did someone say, I heard quinoa. Who said quinoa? Someone over here? You're putting your hand up, like looking around, like you don't even know what's, oh yeah? Come. Big round of applause. Super excited to be here tonight, everybody. And also everybody that came up to get an award, big shout out to you. All the organizers. Give yourself a round of applause, please. Yes. That was a fun little trivia. Hey, that's my stuff. I like that. I love it. It's a little pixelated, but we'll do it better next year. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Really happy to be up here because doing something like this, coming to speak and empower youth, getting involved in the community, being given a microphone and a voice to share my story is something that I didn't see possible. 5 years ago, I was in the hospital and I was in really bad shape. I was on the verge of dying from a drug overdose. 5 years ago, okay? Now, how did I get there? Let me tell you how I got there, okay? I was born and raised not too far from where we are right now. I was born into a Guyanese household. Okay? And in that household, I had my parents and I had my brother Jai. Growing up, I just wanted to be like Jai. He was 5 years older than me, all-star hockey player, amazing guitar player. He could cook, he could do everything. And I wanted to be like him growing up. But when I went to school, I didn't fit in. I felt awkward. You might see me on the mic now, you might see me doing my thing, and you'll be like, there's no way that you were that kind of kid, but something felt off about me. I felt a little bit sad, a little bit depressed, and I found it hard to make conversations with kids at school. I found it hard to relate, I felt awkward, and I went through elementary school like this, and then I went to high school. In grade 10, and grade 9, and grade 10, I started hanging with the wrong crowd, as you would. I don't know about you, but anything my parents said not to do, what did I do?
Do it.
My parents would be like, Devan, please, no matter what you do not go right. Go left. What did I do? I beelined right. Can anyone relate to that?
Yeah.
So I started hanging out with the wrong kids. I started, doing the things I shouldn't have been doing, and I ended up going to private boarding school. my parents thought it'd be a good idea to send me to Nova Scotia for grade 11 and 12. So I went to a private boarding school. It was a very regimented routine. You had to wake up at this time, you had to go to chapel at this time, you had to wear your tie up here, your hair had to be done, you had to do all these different things. And then I got to university. I went from private boarding to university. Wilfrid Laurier, I was 18 years old.
Wow.
Private boarding to university, I get to university, I'm not going to class. I'm just partying. I'm doing everything that I'm not supposed to be doing. After my first year, during the summer, I'm playing basketball on the court with my friends, and my brother comes to pick me up. And he walks up to the basketball court, and his hands are crossed. And he's looking at me, and I'm like, "What's up, man? What are you doing here?" And he goes, "Get in the car." And I'm like, that's not how Jai talks to me. He's like, "Get in the car now, we're going home." On the way home, he informs me that Wilfrid Laurier sent a letter to my parents' house kindly asking me not to return for the next year because I failed out. My parents wanted to kill me. They worked so hard, they invested so much time into me, and they just wanted me to be successful, graduate, get a job, build a family, and do all these things. And what did I do? I screwed around. So what happens from there? I'm hanging out with the wrong kids. I'm doing a lot of partying. I'm drinking lots of alcohol. I'm doing lots of this. I'm doing lots of that. And this is how I start to live my life. Then get this. I'm 21 years old and I get a phone call from my mom. "You gotta come home right now." I was living in Mississauga at the time, the West End. She's like, "You gotta come home." And this is 2006, okay? 19 years ago. She's like, "You gotta come home." So I rush home, I get home, what's going on? She's crying. Family's over at my house. What does she tell me? "Your brother passed away." So Jai, the person that I looked up to the most, the person that I wanted to emulate and become, Jai could walk into a room, connect with anybody. You know, he was not your typical brown kid. Dyed hair, piercings, guitar. You know, he did so much. Rollerblading, everything that he did. And he passed away. And then guess what I did? I took that and I used it as like a get out of jail free card. You can't tell me anything, my brother's dead. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do everything I wanna do. It doesn't matter when you say he's no longer here, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. And I continued living this way for a long time. I get into my early 20s and I'm bouncing around jobs. I don't know what to do. I went to French immersion. And I still speak French to this day, so I started doing bilingual sales jobs, just bumming around, selling projectors, selling identification cards, selling anything that I could, just so I could use that French and make enough money to, you know, get up to no good. But this entire time, throughout my entire childhood, I was obsessed with one thing the whole time. What was that thing? What was that?
Your brother.
Someone said guacamole.
Cook it.
Someone said my brother. No, what was I obsessed with?
Cooking.
You said it. I have no more t-shirts, okay? I was obsessed with food. I was obsessed with cooking. One thing I glossed over in my story is that through all the crazy things that I was up to, I was always attracted to the sights, the sounds, the aromatics of the kitchen. Pot spoons, hitting, clanging, the fire when you turn the gas on, chopping, the sizzling, the searing, the bubbling, the little smoke in the air, the heat of the kitchen. Always obsessed. I even remember with my grandmother, we would sit on the floor of her apartment, and she had a large brick and a smaller brick, and we were grating coconut choka, sitting cross-legged. Guyanese girls like, "I love coconut choka." Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I was always obsessed with food. So what happens now? Early 20s, I go to culinary school. I finally go to culinary school and I go to George Brown. It's the first time in my life that I'm excited about going to school and I'm studying food. Before that, my dad wanted me to go into business. He wanted me to go to engineering, law, medicine. Can anybody relate? You can relate to that? I used to think that it was something from my culture, and then I find out that it's a world thing. A lot of parents, that's what they want. But none of that interests me. So I go to George Brown now, and what happens? I'm studying the thing that I was so passionate and obsessed about the whole time. I went from studying standard deviation and balancing spreadsheets to studying mother sauces and butchery and internal temperatures of meat and exotic ingredients and cooking techniques. And I couldn't have been more excited. And from that moment, I found my passion. I realized a few things. I didn't know I could go to school to study and pursue something that I really loved. It was always business before and poli-sci and this and that. I didn't know I could go and study food, so that changed a lot of things for me. And that was when I was 24 years old. I went to George Brown. I fast-tracked. I did a 16-month, 4-semester, 4-month program, and I fast-tracked it. And I got out of there quickly with honors. And I got into the cooking industry, and I never looked back from there. It's been an incredible journey. And here I am now. If you told me in 2009 when I went to culinary school that I'd be standing on stage talking to you, I would have never believed it. And I've learned a lot of things over the course of my life. One of the things that ate me up as a kid, and one of the reasons why I self-medicated, was because I had resentments, I had fears, I had insecurities, I didn't have a good relationship with my father, I lost my brother. And for all these different things, I self-medicated. A big part of that was I couldn't express how I felt. I didn't know what emotions and feelings were. We have something called emotional intelligence, and I knew nothing about it. I couldn't tell you I feel nervous or anxious. I couldn't tell you that I was selfish and I had self-seeking behavior and I didn't have awareness. I couldn't use these types of words because I didn't know what that was before. So I bottled everything up inside. If something was bothering me, I wouldn't tell you. You ask me how I'm doing, I'm amazing. But I wasn't amazing a lot of the time. So over the years, I started to get help. I put a hand out, I said I need help, and I found the help, and slowly but surely, I got sober and clean. And now, like I mentioned before, I'm heading towards 4.5 years of sobriety. And thank you so much. And amazing things are happening. Like when I was able to fix what was happening inside of me, what happened when I fix everything inside of me? What happens to everything outside of me? Things start to fall into place, right? My relationships get better, of course, my relationship with myself. The people whose heart I used to break, my partner, my mother, my father, we take advantage of the people closest to us when we're caught up in that nonsense. Those relationships all got better. I stopped spending so much time recovering from the weekend or whatever I was doing and started to focus all my attention to my career and bettering myself, getting closer to God, being more spiritual, walking in those steps. I know what step I need to take, so I have to keep walking on that path and checking myself and being humble. Humility is a big part of my story, because in my 20s, it was all Devan. It was all me. I didn't know about serving my neighbor. I didn't know about asking for help. Earlier on in my career, I never asked questions in the kitchen, afraid to ask for help because of my ego. I didn't want anyone to think that I didn't know the answer. That's why I didn't ask for help. I wanted to pretend like I was a know-it-all, that I knew everything. And now, I spend most of my time working in other kitchens. I do a lot of traveling. I cook all over the world. And I learn things from the person who has the least amount of experience in the kitchen. And I'm not afraid to ask. As soon as I don't know something, I just ask, right? So I've been on a beautiful journey, and I'm very grateful for all of life's lessons. If I could go back in time and tell my younger self something, there's a lot I want to say, but one of the things that's most important to me now that I let that younger version of myself know is stop caring so much about what people think of me. It dominated me, right? Stop caring so much. It dominated and it shaped my behaviors and my actions. I had to make you like me, I had to impress you, I had to make you feel this way. So if I could go back in time, that's a big thing that I'd say. Now, as I'm starting to wrap up here, I have an exercise for everybody. Because although I'm up here and you're listening to me and I'm on the mic, and my name's back there, today's not about me, right? It's about you, okay? So repeat after me. When I say Who's tonight about? You're gonna say me, okay? So who's tonight about? Me. Who's tonight about? Me. Who is tonight about? Me. Exactly, it's about you. You know, you can wake up tomorrow and choose to be great and stand out from the pack and make a difference and keep showing up. Or you can do the opposite. So when you wake up tomorrow, I want you to break up your routine. I want you to do something different. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you stretch. Maybe you call a loved one. Maybe you write a gratitude list. Maybe you build a jet. There's no rules. But do something to advance yourself and further yourself personally. Shake things up a little bit. You know, our most valuable asset in this life is what? Our mind and body? Is that our most valuable asset? I mean, there's more than one answer. What is it? It's time. We start dying from the moment we're born. I don't mean that to be dark. I just want to let you know that time is very valuable. And you got to make the most of this life and really stand out and do your best. And even if it's just for yourself, it doesn't have to be for anybody else. Step up and make something pop. So when you wake up tomorrow, I want you to think about what you can do to switch things up, because it's all up to you. And I'm really, really, really happy I got to come here and share my story. You know, I came here earlier with like the most important person in my life. It's my girlfriend, Sandra. She's sitting over there. She's so shy, so anytime I can make her feel super awkward and embarrassed, I'll always do it. And now I have things like this. I have amazing relationships where I don't have to hide anything anymore. I never was in a relationship for so many years because I had so many things that I didn't want someone to find out about me. I was really shameful and I felt guilty and I was embarrassed about these dark secrets and demons that I have. So today, I ask for help. You know, I don't care so much about what people think. I'm honest. There's strength in vulnerability. And I can come up here and keep it 100 with you. So tomorrow, when you wake up, do me that promise. Do something different. You know, reach for greatness. And I hope I can come back next year and show some love, right? Back up.